तो लिखना ना होमवर्क है कि अपना चीज कर दिया भेजा ही और कल नहीं प्रॉब्लम नहीं। Hi everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to today's session. As you can see, today we are going to have discussion on current economy. Okay, and as you know, we are having a session of half an hour today, and similarly, in future also we will have GS focus current affairs classes coming up on every Saturday, either by afternoon time or by evening time. These are the highlights at Unacademy, and I welcome you all to a session on current economy. Naturally, in this session, we will be discussing things which are important for your examination, be it P or main or interview both. Okay. In today's class, I will include one burning area. One burning area. Is it stuck? Yes, it is showing buffering at my hand also. Is it okay now? Hopefully, good. With today's class, actually, I have come up with a certain topic, and that topic is connected to our this is the topic. Let me write down the topic. Privatization of the PSBs. PSBs here stand for public sector banks, those banks which are owned by Government of India, and their number is presently 12, including State Bank of India. It means कि in today's time, there are 12 banks in our country operating under the ownership of the Government of India. Clear? The issue of their privatization. How this is in news? I mean to say, कि this topic is again in news. In news, I will be going into analyzing the news due to which it is there and why it is being discussed by media. How it is in a case of Government of India, a kind of critique to the government proposal. Okay, so let us begin our discussion. How it came into news. Actually, in news, by early by early July by early July 2022, a report came from the NCAER. NCR is basically a private sector non-government organization involved in economic research. You can call it is an economic research institute and the oldest such institution in our country. So a report was published by NCAER and it made a big news. There was a reason. Though this report is not coming from any Government of India agency because National Council for Applied Economic Research is not an official body. It is a private sector economic research institute, but it has wide appeal and it was set up in 1956 itself. It was set up in 1956 itself. That is why the research center claims to be India's oldest economic research institute outside Government of India. Clear? Up now, the beauty of the report is that its report has been basically on privatization of public sector bank. The title of report has been privatization of PSBs in India. Okay? Why? How? And how far? This is the title of the report. More than title, you just know who have been authors of this report. Authors. It has got basically two authors. One author is Poonam Gupta. Poonam Gupta, member. Member, Economic Advisory Council to PM. You know there is an Economic Advisory Council which operates there, which is chaired by Mr. Sanyal. She is one of the members of this and she is DG of NCAER, Director General of NCAER. DG is the chief of NCR. Another author of this report is a very renowned figure, Arvind Panagaria, former former vice chairman, Niti Aayog, rather say the first vice chairman of Niti Aayog and professor at Columbia University, Columbia University over there. Now, this report won't have been emphasized by media so much, but it made a big news because the authors of the report are two important names. One is DG itself of NCAR, and she is member of Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council. Another was a very important man in case of India's economic system, and that is Arvind Panagaria. Okay? He is former vice chairman of NITI Aayog. Clear? You know, after him, Rajiv Kapil was appointed as vice chairman, and presently Suman Beri has been appointed over there as the CEO of the NITI Aayog. So, due to this reason, it came in news. It came in news. Let us see what they have suggested to government of India. Okay, just see their suggestions, major suggestions. Major suggestions have come from them like this. The first suggestion is all PSBs are right, right candidates, right candidates for privatization. Privatization means basically all 12 government controlled banks should be handed over to private sector. At least their ownership should shift from government to private hands. But they say, but due to India's economic framework, India's economic framework and political ethos. Ethos means a kind of culture. Political ethos. One of the PSBs, public sector banks, that is State Bank of India, can be kept under Government of India ownership. It means कि their first suggestion is कि rather all public sector banks, all 12 should be privatized. But to the extent India's economic framework right since independence is concerned and political ideology of the country is concerned, government wants to own at least one bank. It wants to have government bank. So let SBI remain under government control. It is strongest bank of public sector. They have lowest non-performing assets and they are running in profit also. This is one solution. It means कि except SBI, all other public sector banks should be outrightly privatized. Now they say कि to begin with, to begin with, two strong, two strong PSBs should be privatized. This is the idea. Only two. It means कि right now, two government banks should be privatized, but they should be strong banks, not the weak banks. This is why it came in news. Just see, to the extent government of India's proposal is concerned, proposal is concerned, since Union Budget 2021-2002 itself, Government of India a proposal has a proposal to privatize privatize two public sector banks. Names names have not been disclosed. Have not been disclosed. It means which banks will be privatized, which two banks will be privatized. It is still not disclosed by Government of India. The other proposal which is coming in news right now is weaker, two weaker public sector banks are proposed proposed to be privatized. Government has not made it public, but still, to the extent media reportings are concerned, government is considering to privatize two weaker private sector banks. Weaker private sector banks means the lower profits, lower capital base, lower capital base, higher, comparatively higher non-performing assets. That is bad debts. Bad debts. These are chief features of a weak bank. Up here, this goes this goes against the advice of the NCAER report. That is why it is making news. If you go in background check, okay, background check, you know, when disinvestment began, in 1991, the government of India, especially finance minister of the time, Manmohan Singh, he suggested you only a strong, a strong government companies, should be privatized, should be divested with. Same idea Manmohan Singh as a PM continued with. Second thing is, when disinvestment commission was set up by government of India, you will find right through 1990s, 1990 suggestion were in favor of in favor of a strong public sector undertakings. Okay, but government of India has been divesting divesting mostly mostly weaker companies, weaker companies, barring barring the period of 1999 to 2002, when the government of India, it is uttered by the government of India, privatized. When government of India privatized many profit making, many profit making and a strong public sector undertakings. Now the problem is, what is benefit of privatizing a strong company and what are losses of privatizing a weak company? There are region specific. Okay, just try to understand the positives, the positives and negatives of privatizing, privatizing a strong or weak public sector undertakings. Just try to understand this. Actually, what happens when you privatize a weak bank? So government does not get government does not get the right value for shares. This does not set this does not set a good example. Third, share buyers. Share buyers fail fail to get right profit in the long run. Why? Because profitability of the company and the bank is not clear. You yourself thought to privatize weaker banks and weaker companies. Okay? Opposite to that, if you are going to privatize a strong bank, you will get right price for share. Those who will purchase shares, their money will grow, much wealth will be created, and ultimately, such examples of privatization of a government company will set a good example. In future, privatizing public sector companies will be an easier task for the government. Do you understand? You can ask your doubts also. You just write down your doubt in the chat. I am there to reply your doubts. Okay? So what actually happens? He, in current time, you see government's idea, government's idea going, going against, going against the advice of this report. This is the reason why this is coming in news present. Okay. So Sitadri, you have asked me a doubt through Telegram group. Let me see it. What doubt you have asked. I don't think Sitadri you have asked any doubt through Telegram group. Okay. Anyway, if you ask your doubt, I will positively take on the doubt. Don't worry. Okay. Up now, conclusion, conclusive remarks. Remarks. We need to wait. We need to wait for disclosure, for disclosure of the names of the PSBs. This government is going to privatize in 2022, 2022. Okay, whether whether government of India goes for weaker banks or stronger banks. Only coming times Only coming times can say. But in the meanwhile, what has happened? In the meanwhile, government of India has come under pressure because a different suggestion has come from NCAER report. Had NCAER report been authored by someone else, it won't have been much pressure. But since the latest NCAER report has been authored by two of the people, one is current member of Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, and one has been the first vice chairman of Niti Aayog. So due to these two reasons, government looks basically under pressure whether it should follow the advices of this report or not. Only time can tell. Till then, we need to wait. We need to wait and watch. This is what current economy is. Because in a sphere of economic policy, things change very fast. Okay? A telegram group has been created by me, which anyone can join to ask their doubts directly to me. Okay? The channel link is, the group link is t.me has RS Economy. Just anybody can join this group to ask their doubts directly to me. Directly to me. Okay? Since none of you have asked any doubt, so today's session ends here. Okay? For next session, join me on next Saturday on the same time. That will be lesson 2 of the current affairs. But one info I wanted to share with you is just after some time, I will be taking a current economy class of 1 hour on Unacademy, and that is a special class. So it is free for all. You can simply download Unacademy app and join me there and take benefit of today's lesson 2 of current economy. One lesson already took place last Saturday. Today is second lesson of current economy on Unacademy. That class will commence at 12:50 p.m. and end by 1:50 p.m. Thank you and good luck. See you there